Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be talking about how to plan out your drone photographs. Now, I've been trying to get this one particular photograph of this epic scene of the skyline in Nashville for a long time. I came up with the idea when I was actually at a Tennessee Titans NFL game, and I saw that from the top deck of the stadium you could have this amazing view of downtown Nashville. And I've wanted to get back to that place for so long. The problem was you had to buy a ticket to get that view. Well, that isn't necessarily the case anymore, because with the creation of drones, you can get into particular situations that you've wanted to shoot for a long time with a higher perspective much more easily and cost effectively if you already have the drone. So we're going to show you exactly how you can plan out those amazing shots from the point of just the initial idea, like the photograph that I had in mind right here. And then we're going to go through the processes of exactly how to plan those things out. I'm going to take you step by step exactly what I did to get this very particular photograph. Alright guys, now that we're on the computer, we can see my secret weapon in planning out my drone photographs. That is Google Earth. It gives me the best idea based on perspective and what an actual location might look like with their 3D mapping system that they have. It's a really simple format to use, but it helps you so much with your drone photography, because the first thing we're going to look at is how to save locations. Now, I've set up this location that I've had in mind for a long time. It's Nissan Stadium where the Tennessee Titans play, and it overlooks downtown Nashville. So I've made this pin right here, and all I have to do is double click on this and Google Earth will instantly load this into my screen of where I want to be. So it brings me directly down to the Nissan Stadium area where I want to go shoot. Now, to add a pin, all you have to do is hover over an area that you want to shoot. Let's say you want to shoot Bicentennial Mall here in Tennessee. They have a really cool location that's kind of like the Tennessee state flag right here. All I have to do is click the add place mark and drag it to wherever I want it to be, and then rename that place based on what you want to shoot. So let's just say Bird's Eye View State Flag. And there, that location is saved. So all you have to do when you want to go back to that location and start planning out what it's going to look like is double click on that. Let's head back over to Nissan Stadium where we're planning out this photograph that we're shooting, and we can see that right here is the stadium and right here is downtown Nashville where you have a lot of the skyscrapers and the skyline. Now, it's easy to see where these locations can be and the directions that they are, but to get a better idea of the view, we have to use some of the tools in Google Earth to help us plan out exactly what this location is going to be looking like. So what I'm going to do first is zoom in using the zoom in tool over here on the right where you can see my mouse. I'm just going to zoom in down closer to the stadium. As I get closer, what you can see is Google Earth will use their 3D technology to kind of make these larger buildings three-dimensional to give you a better idea of what they are going to look like when you shoot them. Next, I know I want the photograph to be looking back towards downtown Nashville. So what I'm going to do is completely change the perspective of where I'm shooting to be shooting towards the western part of the sky, which is closer to downtown. Now you do that just by dragging north to wherever you want north to be within your photograph. Next, all I have to do is tilt my angle of view. Now this circle up here in the top right allows me to do that. It tilts my perspective eye of where I'm going to be shooting. This one down below it drags either forwards, backwards, or left or right. So I'm going to position myself exactly where I want to be, a little bit left. Remember, when I first saw this photograph, I was right here within the stands. Now I can get on Google Earth and see exactly what it's going to look like. So as I click, I can pull and see what that might look like when I shoot. And I'm going to pull back a little bit more and kind of really get a good angle on what this might look like with a drone. So this pulled me back a little too far. I'm going to zoom in some more on the stadium, pretty much as far as I can get. Pull up my angle of view right here, And that's essentially what this photograph is going to look like. I want to get a little more of the stadium in it too, so you get this cool foreground effect going right here. And I want everything to line up perfectly with the building so I can get a good view of downtown. I want my drone to be shooting from this perspective, particularly to get everything within the shot that I want. Now, the last thing that I need to think about is what time of day do I need to go shoot? Usually drone photographs allow me to shoot really early in the morning or later in the day when the sun is nice and low on the horizon and I don't get harsh shadows and I get a lot of this cool golden light. Since I'm shooting back towards the west, remember north over here in the top right corner is to my right, so I'm shooting towards the western part of the sky. That would be a really cool effect if I'm shooting at sunset. But to get that effect, I have to wait until the sun goes down this horizon in the background. So if I know I'm shooting west, and let's say I'm shooting on December 1st, I know that the sun is going to be setting around this area right here, kind of in the middle right portion of the screen. I want to wait until that sun goes down below the horizon line to get the photograph I want. I use and plan that out by using an app called PhotoPills that gives me an augmented reality view of exactly what that sun is going to look like, where it's going to be. I just have to hope that with my date planned and time planned, that there are no clouds that cover up the sun, or there's no rain or any inclement weather. I know that if you use these tips moving forward, you're going to plan out some really amazing drone photographs. There's so much with drone photography that we can get into that help us improve our photographs and also gives us a lot more options creatively on how to shoot different locations. That gives us more ability to come away with more photographs and improve our photographs overall. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button at the bottom, or if you want more like it, hit the subscribe button as well.